Hey guys, back for part 2 of Make Your Own Draw Knife. And I lost a bit of footage when I was doing the welding of the little bars here onto the ground foil, but it's done. They're welded on pretty good. They need to be tidied up a bit, alright, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. The next step I need to do is I need to take the angle of the actual cutting blade from this draw knife and transfer it onto this. Now, as I said, I think in the other video, I'm not too worried about accuracy or anything on this. I just really want this for paring down handles for fitting into new axes and stuff like that. So the way I'm going to transfer it is I took an old adjustable set square, carpenter set square, and I've transferred the angle from the edge of this one onto this, as you can see. You can see it there. So that's the angle there anyway. And I'm going to grind off the edge of this and periodically check it with this until I get near enough in the ballpark of the angle, similar to the original one. And that's going to get me into the, as I say, the ballpark area. Again, I'm going to use a 4.5 inch grinder. Once I have that done, then I'm going to need to put the slight curve that's in this onto this one as well, because if I don't, you'll be biting too much with a flat edge. You need a slightly curved edge to give you a little bit of accuracy, and we'll take it from there. Then we'll do that by heating it up. I have an idea for that, but we'll get onto that. But first, as I said, we need to grind the edge onto this before we do anything else, because once you put the curve in it, it's going to be more difficult to get that edge the way you want it. So that's next. Okay, so I've got the angle nearly there on this. I'm actually going to take it over to a bench grinder here and do a little bit more accurate work on it rather than using a hand grinder, and we should be able to finish it off there. So she's pretty much cleaned up there now. I have the angle transferred onto the new one from the old one. It's not 100%, but I'll tidy that up at the finish. I just wanted to get the main angle onto it. The next stage I have to do now is to transfer a slight curve into it. And because it's a brittle metal, without it being a foil, I'll have to heat it up to do that. And we're going to do that in my trusty stove. Okay, so that's red hot there now. I'm going to lay it down on these two little metal bars here and try and get a bend in it similar to what I see here on the original draw knife. Don't know if you can see the bend in that there now, but it's pretty good compared to the original. Really I suppose I should temper this again, but I'm only going to be using it on soft timber, so I reckon that's good enough for me. It's probably soft enough now that I can do it again when it's cold anyway, but we'll take a chance and see how that works out. Of course, so that's the curve in the draw knife there. Now we have to transfer the handle bend, or the bends in handles I should say, from the old one onto the new one. I'm just going to rough it out again. Okay. So from the edge of the blade out to the bend of the handle, we've got 6.5 centimeters. So we'll come out 6.5 from that. Here. That side. And 6.5. Once again we're going to go back to the stove to heat these up, and then we'll put the bends in. Okay, she's out of the stove again. She should be hot enough to bend, so keeping the angle similar to what she's at on the bench. Lock her in there and bring her in at 45. Okay, she's finished there now. I had a bit of a technical error there where when I went to put the bends in after I hadn't heated them enough, and I'd obviously weakened the weld as well just by heating them the wrong temperature. So when I went to put the bend in, I actually snapped off one of the handles here. But I've got it welded back on now. Show it to you. So there we go. Just see her there. And I have my edge and my curve built into it. And let me tell you, this edge is already scary sharp to my fingers, but I'm going to put a honed edge on it with an oil stone and put the handles on. So I suppose I'll put the handles on next and see how we get on with that. Okay, so I have a couple of foil handles here, and I'm going to tap these onto the ends of the rebar, which I formed into handle shapes on this, and let's see, hopefully they'll go in without too much fuss. That's one. Let's get this one a little tough. There we go. Starting to look like something now. Show you there. Light's not great there, sorry. Not sure. Give that an extra tap. Just want to tap it up. Coming along nicely there, and we're nearly finished. Like I said, all I've got to do now is hone an edge on this and maybe put some oil on the handles, and that's where we're finished. So I'll put an edge on it. So looking at it there's still some high spots, but they'll work out over time with me sharpening this, so I'm not too worried about it. Especially in this corner. But we'll work them out. Now for the handles, you're supposed to used boiled linseed oil technically, but I wasn't able to get any from my local shops, so I got some just plain linseed oil. Will do the job just as well, really. Just clean up the handles. Linseed oil. I'm going to be giving these a few coats over the next couple of weeks, just as I go to use them. And that will seal it and protect it better than any varnish, and it'll give it a nice colour. Here we go. Now